Hey, what is up everybody? It is the True Epic Gamer here, and today I've compiled a list of 10 plus pro strategies on how to help you win Warzone. Some of these are very unknown and almost no one is doing them, so I almost guarantee that if you stick around, you'll learn something that you didn't know before. So for tip number 1, I'm going to show you how you can get Overkill and Ghost, which are two very vital perks in this game. So for starters, you just seen me get my class that had Overkill. I've got my Car 98 and my M4. And just for the purpose of this video, I got my friend to purchase another loadout drop. And what you got to do is purchase the class with Ghost, as you just seen. Get that the second time around. Now your perks have switched and you have Ghost, and all you have to do is pick your other gun right back off the ground. So now you have both of your primary weapons as well as Ghost to prevent people from seeing you with their heartbeat sensors and UAVs. Alright, so for tip number 2, I want to take a moment to talk about all the secret purposes and uses for the different kill streaks in the game. So if you guys can see right there, we can see the position of every player on the entire map and which direction they're facing. And you can see it actually helps us right here when a squad starts to run up on us. And basically, in order to do this, what you want to do is you want to call in 3 UAVs all at the same time. If you're playing by yourself, it even works if you like grab one, buy it, call it in, buy it, call it in, buy it, call it in. That works. Or if you're playing with a team of 3, then each of you can buy one of your own and then just give each other a countdown and call it in all at the same time. Now, while I'm talking about the UAV and the different kill streaks that are available in Warzone, let's talk about a couple of secret uses to the cluster strike and precision airstrike. So basically, these are already slightly useful in and of themselves when you find campers, right? But a little pro secret strategy that you may have seen or may have happened to you before is whenever you have a bounty or someone camping on the top of a building, you yourself can go in this building, climb close to the top of the building, so the top of the stairs without actually going on the roof, call a cluster strike or a precision airstrike from inside of the building, and it will kill everyone on the roof, or if it doesn't kill them and they get inside in time, you will be there waiting to slaughter them as they walk through the door. So for tip number 3, I want to talk about contracts, and in specific I want to talk about Recon Contracts. These are the ones with the flags on the yellow symbol. You pick them up and you have to go capture points wherever it may tell you to capture it. It'll give you the random items that it drops, and it'll also give you money, but the main reason for completing these is for these yellow circles that pop up on your minimap. And it's called a circle peak, and what this is it shows you where the circle is going to go next. You can continuously do this as many times as you want throughout the game until you know all the way down to where the final circle will be. This can help you set up if you want to go for more of a camper kind of strategy, and it can also help you find out where you need to be towards the end, or where you can get rid of some other campers. This leads me into tip number 4 and tip number 5. So for tip number 4, I want to talk about the Scavenger Contract, which is where it shows you the location of 3 different chests. And the benefit of doing this is that the 3rd chest will always give your entire team a gas mask, which will help you survive in the storm. So you want to do that at least once a game. And for bounty contracts, the main benefit of these, even if you're not going to kill the person for the money, is that you at least know for a fact that there is a person in that location. So towards the end, if you can pick up a bounty, it's always worth it. Now for tip number 6, and that is heartbeat sensors. This is a tactical that either you should have on every one of your classes, or at least somebody that you're playing with should have. And this right here is just a really funny clip of a good example of how it's useful. Basically, this lets you see where an enemy is through walls. However, if they do have the Ghost perk on, you won't be able to see them, which is all the more reason to listen to tip number 1 on how to have Ghost and have Overkill. Basically, I told my friend here, Ivan, that he should distract the person when they walk in the door, let them shoot at them just like this, so I could go in for the humiliation, which you see we did in fact complete it. Just really quick, if you guys are enjoying these tips and tricks so far, make sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now for tip number 7, I want to explain to you guys why you need to use C4s. So if you guys just seen, my C4 wasn't even that close to that vehicle and it absolutely obliterated it, and it will always do this as long as it's not a big truck. Now also, this is a little bit more unique way to use a C4, but I threw it on there. I'm going to jump out of the vehicle, let it go towards them, and then bam, blow up their team. So for sure, a C4 to me is by far the best lethal to run on all your classes. Okay guys, so I want to talk about a really fun, really useful, but not the easiest to get set up strategy. And the only clip I have of this is in one of my live streams, so I actually couldn't get it for you today. But basically we're going to talk about Recon Drones and how extremely useful they can be, but not for the reason that you may think. So if you throw C4s or even Claymores on your teammate's Recon drone, they can actually fly it towards the enemy, which, to be clear, they know exactly where the enemy is, even through walls, because it shows them. So if you have a bounty and he's camping on the roof, or there's just a random guy camping on the roof, all you need to do in this situation is fly it towards the enemy, yell at your teammate, tell him to double tap square unless you are the teammate, and then bam, you're going to blow this guy up. He's going to have no clue what just happened to him, and I'm telling you guys, it is so much fun to do this. One of the best tips I can give you. So for tip number 9, I want to explain to you guys why the Kar 98K is the only sniper you should be running, even over the HDR and the AX50. So basically, I know that those other snipers deal more damage, but they are nowhere near as quick as the Kar 98. And you are never going to get one-shot kills unless a person is weakened or it is straight up a headshot anyway. So at the end of the day, it makes sense to go with the quicker option because you can hit people multiple times easily without them being able to fire back because their sniper is much slower. As you guys can see, it really benefits me in this clip right here that my sniper is so quick to aim down sights. So that's the reason that I think that is the sniper you should run, not the HDR and not the AX50. So for tip number 10, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about vehicles and how important they are in this game. They are so powerful, you have no idea how many times I've crushed someone with a helicopter or even crushed someone with four-wheelers, trucks, everything. And for a main example, the helicopter, you really can go straight down on somebody and they can't shoot you unless they can see you from the side. So it almost always works if you can get that proper angle. And if you're gonna drive around and run people over with a vehicle, you'll see another clip in just a moment, and I've got many clips of me running people over with the big truck because it can just take so much damage, guys. It doesn't blow up from the one C4 like all the other vehicles do. So now that we got that out of the way, let's go for a bonus round. I'm just gonna tell you a whole bunch of extra things that I didn't mention before. One of those things being that you should almost never buy a loadout drop, especially not at the beginning of the game, unless you just want to get your ghost perk right off the bat, because it is going to give you a loadout drop anyway, right when the very first circle reaches its very end. Another quick one I want to mention is to never underestimate the power of dead silence. That is one of the absolute best field upgrades that you can pick up, and it's so useful, guys. You can sneak up on somebody and they'll never see it coming because it's already hard to hear footsteps in this game, but it's really difficult if they're completely silent, guys. And another one I want to throw out there real quick is self-revives. Now, I can't stress this enough. I know sometimes self-revives might seem useless because the person's going to end you anyway, but there's always that slight sliver of a chance that you will come back up and destroy your enemy that got done taking you out a couple of seconds beforehand. So anyway, guys, that's basically all I've got for today's video. If you guys would like to see more clips like these, I actually uploaded a montage video and it will pop up in the top right in just a moment. As always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and peace.